Okay, hopefully this works okay. So I wanted to kind of give you guys a whole thing about what was going on, and I tried to do this a few different ways, but I thought this would be the best way to kind of do it is to do sort of like a live stream and make it private and then premiere it later. Just so I can kind of talk about like a bunch of different things. Okay, just 1 second. I just got out of the shower, so sorry. Normally brush my hair on the stream. I don't normally stream, so I guess there's a first for everything. Anyway, I want to do this because this is officially my last night in this apartment. I did move, as you guys probably saw in my last video saying that I was moving back. I am going to move back to my other place. I've moved everything except for my bedding, which I'm going to keep here for tonight. And tomorrow I'm going to move it back first thing in the morning. Because technically I think tonight at midnight I'm no longer supposed to be here. But I figure who cares. I'm just no one's gonna show up before 9 in the morning to be like, "Are you out?" So if they do, I'll leave. No problem. It's like a one trip thing. Like everything's all ready to go. I'm just gonna have a couple of hot dogs here later on. It's like 8:30 at night right now. I don't start until like 1:15 tomorrow. And for those of you that don't know, I'm also going back to Canada as of right now, the next day. But when you guys are watching this, I'll probably already be in Canada. At least that should be the plan. And I'll have some videos about that coming up. Another major thing that, sorry, I don't know why I'm out of another major thing that I want to kind of have, like I got a bunch of videos from Animal Kingdom recently. I have that I want to plan. I have my moving video. Even though I moved and then returned, I still have my moving videos. So I'm going to put them together. I just kind of have to go and see which ones I have that are good because like I made so many that it's like halfway through I'm like, no, I'm stopping that. So unfortunately with this live stream I can't. So here I can bring this down a little bit so it's not like I'm at the very bottom of the screen or anything. This isn't going to be like a super long live stream, but it's sort of to test this out as well. Right now, this is pretty much my Disney Channel, but even I might be able to go live. Oh, probably not. I was going to say on my phone, but my phone's probably not going to ever go live for anything. It barely can connect. That's actually okay. So I guess I should probably say why I'm not staying in my own bedroom here and going back to a 2x2 and probably staying at the 2x2 for the rest of my contract. There is multiple reasons. One of them being right from the very beginning, there were so many problems in moving here. I got back to my old apartment and I went and I'll put this in the moving video. Tapped my key to the door in my apartment, like to get into my room, and it didn't work. And the crazy part about it is pouring rain outside. It was pouring rain all day, like pouring rain. Like just imagine you're in your clothes, turn on your shower, as long as you have a good strong shower, and step inside of that shower for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's how I felt. I was soaking wet trying to get into my bedroom. Couldn't get in. Had to go all the way back down to the clubhouse again in the pouring rain. Finally, I went and saw them. I'm like, hey, my card doesn't work. They're like, okay, we're gonna give you a key card, which I didn't really want because my card looked kind of nice. Like it was a really nice, clear looking card. Hopefully, I'm not too delayed in saying things. Like I think, like I can see, I move my hand and then it takes a while. I'm hoping that the audio is also taking a little bit. I don't know how this all works. Anyways, sorry, back to the story. Um, So yeah, I go down there, I get a new stupid ugly looking key card, come back to the apartment, tap it on the thing, doesn't work. In the pouring rain still, have to go all the way back. My shoes are soaked at this point, and I'm not supposed to be getting my foot wet. So I go to the front desk and I'm like, hey, the key card doesn't work. And like, oh, did you like recharge, like do the thing where like if you go to one of the doors at the clubhouse and tap your key card, if it doesn't work, sometimes that will get it to figure itself out again. Don't know why, but it seems to work. So if you guys ever run into that problem with your key card, if you're near the clubhouse, go do that. Or if you're stopping by there anyways, you can go do that as you're leaving. Tap it after they give you a new key card or recharge your key card or whatever they do to it. Reprogram it. It's a one way to kind of give it that sort of boost of figuring out what it is. And no, we're dropping some frames, but it should be okay. So anyways, then I told them, I'm like, I'm not going back to my apartment and not getting it. Because they were like, oh, why don't you try that? And I'm like, no. How about no? How about you come with me to make sure I get into my apartment? I'll try that. But, come with me to make sure I get into my apartment. I'm not walking all the way back. Like it's not that long of a walk, but when it is pissing it down raining, it's a long walk. And there's like puddles, like deep, deep puddles that you have to walk through. And I'm just like, I'm not going back and forth for you guys. Like, I want to move. Like, and this is like late at night too, because I couldn't move earlier. And, so anyways, finally they went with me and they realized that I couldn't do it. So they got their master key and did it. Thankfully, because if I went back there and it did it again, I would have lost my mind at that point. So I'm glad that they came with me and they let me into my apartment or into my room so I could get my stuff. So at that point, I just took I think my suitcase and my school bag that I have, my carry-on that I call, and moved it here. And I don't know how I want to describe how moving in was at that point. But there was one I did kind of do a walk around my room. I opened the door to my room. Everything is in the middle of the room. And I live in I don't know if you guys might not know this if you've never been in the program before. If you have been in a 4x2 before and you've been in bedroom D, that's my bedroom. Okay, it's the smallest bedroom. I live in the cupboard under the stairs right now. It feels like. I guess in the end it's not too bad, but it is definitely the smallest bedroom. Um, I could maybe. I don't even think I can. I don't think I can turn my bed sideways. It's too big. I can only face one direction with the bed. I don't know how they got the bed in here. They had to have made it in here because it's a big bed, but you cannot turn. There's no way you could turn it and face it. Like if I wanted to have my bed going this way, couldn't do that. Has to go this way. So I do actually sleep on the other side because I like to look out the window when I'm sleeping, if I can, because I'm used to that back home. I have my window is on the end. So anyways, so finally I'm like, whatever. I go back home. I'm like, I'm not moving everything that night. I had to call into work the next day because it was just, I couldn't move. Like it was pouring rain. I'm not going to take all my stuff in the pouring rain over here. And so I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I moved the rest of the stuff the next day. And when I first got here as well, I noticed that we have a shower instead of a bathtub. And in any other circumstance, that's okay. I don't really care. I don't take a bath that often, to be honest. But when I'm having surgery on my foot cannot get wet with dirty water from a shower. So it's just it would be impossible to really even have a shower because I have to keep it dry and I can't I would have to be constantly worrying about it. I'd have to probably tape it in several places with a plastic bag and it would hurt and it would just be awful and I'd have to be standing when maybe I shouldn't be putting pressure on it yet. It's like no, it's gonna be horrible. So I was like, that's one thing that's kind of really bad for the situation. Another thing is the doors don't really lock too well. Like it goes like a little smidge into the thing, and it was so weird. As you guys know, the end of the story, I moved back to my old place, and it was so weird going back there and like turning the lock, and it just easily went like you knew that door was locked kind of thing. Whereas here, it's like, nah, you can't you can't tell if it's locked or not. Like every time I try it just to make sure because it's like it just goes a little tiny bit and that's it. I don't like that. Especially when I'm going to be going away for 2 weeks. I didn't want that to happen and then have like I don't know my roommates. That's another thing too. Um like I just moved in and I met my roommate who I share the bathroom with. I've never seen the other two. Apparently, one of them's name is Chris. You know, his friend's been sitting on the couch all day today. He stepped out. I have no idea. I've been moving, and she's been on the couch the whole time. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I mean, I'm very easygoing, especially because my door locks like it. I'm pretty sure it does. Like to get in here, I think you'd have to actually try. You'd be knowing you're breaking and entering if you came in, but if some crazy person really wanted to come in, they could come in. It would take one kick to that door and it would open. So don't really like that. And I just feel like if I'm gone for 2 weeks and someone happened to be like, hey, she's gone, let's see what she has, they could. It probably wouldn't take much to jiggle the handle enough or jiggle the little thing enough to get it to go. Um, So like, yeah, I don't want to live like that where I'm gonna the whole week, the whole time I'd be gone, I'd be worried. Whereas I know my roommates back at the other apartment, I know them pretty good, and if they ever stole any of my stuff, then I know who to go to, you know. And I know that they're not just up and leaving the program anytime soon. We're all kind of in it for a long time. Whereas here, I'm in with all Americans, and so they're in the college program or culinary program or anything like that. Like any of those ones, they're only like a few months long. Whereas the rest of us in the other apartment, we were all there for a year. So the longest one is actually my roommate, um, who it'll be interesting to go back. I'll just say that. I'll figure things out. Like I said, she can take one look at my toe when after surgery, and if she still is okay with like being right there and looking at it, then that's fine. But at this point, I'll do my best to try and make things work as best I can over there. I don't think I'm gonna try and move again. Okay, so now let's get into one of the biggest reasons that did it. Like that everything else was like, okay, I can handle this, I can work around it. There are ways to do things. Um, the biggest reason is the internet stinks. It is horrible. It's I don't know why my phone does not want to connect to it. It takes like hours before my phone will decide to connect to it. Like I can look at it right now. Okay, wow, it's connected. That's amazing. Normally it's on like 4G. It will not connect over here. My phone hates it. My computer loves it. My computer is perfectly fine for the most part. Although I did have a problem the first like on Sunday night, I think it was. I had a problem with the computer, and then that's when I kind of wrote them back at housing and said, "Hey, I I can't do this. I need to move. I'm seriously considering not coming back after my surgery if I don't get to move back. Can you guys please let me know what's going on?" And I have to be honest. Like for all the bad rap that housing gets, they were fantastic at helping me. I feel so bad, even in general, that they went to the work of finding me this apartment with my own room and everything. And then just because I was stupid and not didn't put in, I need a bathtub, not a shower, just because I thought you'd only get the showers if you put in that you requested a walk-in shower. Um, I that like I feel like they went kind of above and beyond in helping me out. Now, obviously, I have to pay the $50 fee. Uh, in all fairness, I don't think I should have to, because when I came into this apartment, like into this bedroom, it wasn't clean. It was dirty. There was a sock. There was stuff on the dresser. Inside the dresser, there was like dirt and stuff like that. And I'm like, my other one, I cleaned it. Like I super cleaned my apartment, like my side of the room before I left. Like I went sanitized inside all the drawers and inside the locked box and everything like that. And I swept the floor, and none of that was done here. Not even close. So, and I've heard horror stories of other people moving into a dirty place. So when I moved in, it was dirty. I was like, well, whatever. My own room, I'll deal with it. But like even now, like I look up at the fan. I'm surprised they didn't even dust the fan. Like the fan is just covered in dust. So like when it comes to cleaning, they didn't. But I'm just in my mind, I'm kind of putting the fact that I gotta pay this $50 because they helped me in moving, and I feel that's where I justify it, and I'm okay with it because I'm like, it's they helped me. They really did a good job, and even like still, they were like, if you need any extra time to move, you can let us know, and all this, and I'm just like, that's fantastic. I appreciate it. So I wish that I knew exactly who it was who helped me out because I wish that I could almost like bring them back some Canadian goodies when I come back or something because it meant a lot because I was so worried and it was so stressful and it was just like it's so much going on all at once. Like first of all, leaving my other roommates in general was tough. The other two on the other side I really get along with. So that was really hard. Then I got a pack to go away for surgery. And then there's like all this stress of like, when I get there, where like, because uh, I'm not traveling by plane, let's just say. Well, you'll get to find out. I mean, you'll probably already know because of how I traveled recently. Like when I came down here, I'm doing the same thing back. So I guess I can tell you, I'm taking the train. And by the time you guys see this, I'll be off the train, so it doesn't matter. And I'm not really giving a date as to when I'm coming back yet. Just so no one can stalk me. But like, it's like who's picking me up? What's gonna happen? Because I get off the train at like 5 something in the morning, and it's like, who's gonna pick me up? It's like a 4 hour drive from home to there. So I want to make sure that that's okay. And then it's like, at least it's a 5 hour drive because it's 4 hours in Canada and then 1 hour uh, in the States. But yeah, I want to make sure that like I had a spot because I know like my mom was going to come pick me up, and but I didn't want her to be driving all night like that. She's getting a bit older, and not that she's a bad driver or anything. I'm not going to say that, but even if I don't always think that she's the best driver sometimes, but I trust her. I trust her a lot, but what I don't trust is the other people on the road. That's where my actual serious concern comes from. Because despite the fact that everybody does like silly little things once in a while when they're driving, the problem that really comes is some of the other people who might be driving home drunk, and they're not going to react the way you think they're going to react, and that's always scary to me. I'm terrified of driving, especially at night. Like because I think I'm so nervous about driving at night, I just don't want her to be driving at night. You know what I mean? I mean, if you have family, you know what I mean. So I'm kind of glad she's gonna actually go down the day before. She's gonna meet my dad, who they're still friends. And then they're gonna go stay down there, like stay down where the like right by where I gotta get off the train, because like 5 something in the morning at the train station. I mean, if you guys have a local train station, drive by there. can see why most train station areas are not that approachable at that time of night sometimes. So I didn't really want like an older lady standing out, um, on her own. So it's just kind of good that there's the two of them, and without her having a phone, because she doesn't have a good phone that works. So want to make sure she's okay. So that takes some of the stress off. And I'm very thankful that my dad helped me out with planning all that stuff to make sure that everything's okay. She went and got a GPS, which is good. By the way, look at my bruise. I have no idea where that came from. But then also with work has been insane lately. I don't want to get into a lot of it because it's kind of stuff that I shouldn't really say. And it's kind of like a rant stuff. So, like, maybe way in the future I might. I don't know if I feel comfortable talking about it right now, though. But there is so much going on at work that's just driving me crazy. Hours have been super long, and I'm not getting enough time to get things done. And I go there thinking, hey, maybe I can get an ER, and I'm getting extended instead. And it's like, I need to get things done because I'm leaving soon. Can you guys like help me out here a little bit? And no, it's crazy. So another thing I'm not a huge fan about in here, in this apartment. Sorry, roommates who I had for a week. But freaking crazy conditioning. I don't know where they're from, but holy cow. Holy cow. It's so cold. I don't know if it's because I've just been here a bit longer than they have, and therefore I'm like acclimatized to crazy Florida weather, which sucks because I'm also going back home where it's gonna be freezing cold when I get there. Like I'm gonna die. I hope my mom packs my winter coat. I'm gonna die getting off that train. And trying to think like what else I want to talk about though. Yeah, like I said, by the time you guys are seeing this, I won't be in this apartment anymore. In fact, I probably won't even be in the country for a little bit. I will be back, of course. I'm just not saying when. But I am gonna have some videos coming up. Like I said, once I get back to Canada, I'll have like a few days because it's our Thanksgiving. For those of you that don't know, um, the what is it? Monday the 9th, is it? Yeah, Monday the 9th is technically our Canadian Thanksgiving. It's pretty much a lot like the American Thanksgiving. You get together with family and have turkey. So I'm gonna have like those days. It's actually a week from tomorrow. This is the 4th that I'm doing this, by the way, October 4th. But a week from tomorrow is when I'm having my surgery. So I'll have some time before the surgery, and that's when I'm probably going to make up my moving video, and I'll post that for you guys. So probably in the next couple days or so, you guys can see my moving video. I'll probably make a video about returning to Canada, and I'll share that with you guys. I'm going to do a video about my surgery. I'm going to put a warning on it. I'm going to make it age restricted, and I'm gonna put like the thumbnail will be obvious warning on it. It will show what it looks like after the surgery, but during the surgery I won't show the surgery. But I'm gonna give a fair warning before, like it's not even gonna start in the video where it's like this is it suddenly, it will. I will give a warning that what you're about to see, kind of thing. And we'll maybe edit it a bit at first and then allow you to see it fully because I wanted to kind of give you guys the opportunity for those who maybe have the same problem or you're having the same surgery and you wanted to see what it looks like. Because it's a pretty, I'm going to warn you, it is very disgusting if you're not ready for it because they don't stitch you up. It's kept open and it's really gross. But again, if you're having that surgery or you just had that surgery and you're dealing with it yourself, it might be interesting to see. And also for those of you who are friends of mine who have a morbid curiosity and would really like to see it, it'll be your way of seeing it. I might kind of show like this video and then maybe a future video in the future, kind of showing how it healed up and stuff like that, which hopefully won't be age restricted. But depending, I might show like a bit before and a bit after kind of thing. Anyways, so this is my first live stream onto this channel. Now, again, like I said, you guys are not watching this live. Well, you're watching this most likely, as long as everything went on time and everything's good, I should be on my way back to Canada, or maybe I'll schedule this. Just wait a second. There. Maybe I'll schedule this when I'm actually back home, so I can watch it with you guys. Oh yeah, another thing I don't like about where I am, it's on a corner with a building, like it's sort of like if you have like a T and the walkway is where my hands are and the other parts are buildings. That's how it is, and it's the one, like here's where I can make a T with that. It's like right in here kind of thing of the T. So there's a building right beside us, then there's a building right over there, and we're on the corner of that. And because of the way the echo happens, I can hear the buses all the time, even though they're completely on the other side of the building. It's actually quite a long walk to the buses from here, like from directly from where my apartment is. It's not like super long, but it is for when you hear the buses here and you think, oh man, they must be like not maybe right outside, but just down a little bit. No, they're on the other side of the building. It's just echoing. But another thing is how loud everyone is over here. Like building 20, is this where they put all the college program kids? Because it's like so loud. I have no idea. Like everyone always talked to me about how, oh, East is so loud. It's like a college campus and blah 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 blah. And West is so quiet. And no, I at the building 3, it's so quiet. It is so quiet there. I had no idea what these people were talking about. I'm like, you guys are nuts. Like you guys just make up stuff because we're so quiet here. And then I move over to here and it's like, oh my god, no, you guys are right. Yeah, I guess this side of the housing is loud. So I don't know. I mean, it could be worse. Like it's not horrible, but there are a lot more louder people uh, over here, I guess. I don't know whether maybe they're kind of separating it where it's like college program versus the other programs like they used to. It used to actually be within housing that they would like Vista Way was where the college program kids went, and the Commons used to be only for CRPs, and Chatham used to be mainly for the ICPs. And then there was like kind of like a little mix over time, and then Patterson opened, and then that was sort of like a very mixed place where anyone could be from anywhere, and of course all of them got moved away. Like they're no longer the housing for like the international programs apartments. Now it's Flamingo Crossing, and now there's East and West, and all the different neighborhoods and stuff like that. So I don't know whether they just kind of put people based on what program they're in certain neighborhoods. Because like I said, all the people in my apartment are all college program or like my roommate, I guess, is culinary program. I don't know what the others are. Like I said, I've never met them. Well, there's someone named Chris. That's all I know. Sorry, Chris, I never got to meet you. I don't know, maybe I'll meet Chris on the way out of tomorrow morning, but past that, no. I guess not. Anyways, wow, this is almost a half hour long. This is the longest video you guys have of me on here. Hopefully it wasn't too boring, but I'm gonna probably call it an end here and get to bed. I know it's only like 9 o'clock. I'm not really to bed, but like I'm gonna straighten up my bed a little bit and watch some YouTube videos and just enjoy my last night here because it's my last night in my own room. The best part about it is that I go over to my other apartment, sleep for one night, and then I'm sleeping on a train for the next 2 nights. So, and by the time you guys are watching this, I'll be either on my way back to Canada or in Canada, hopefully, as long as there's no delays. I'm pretty good at making sure that travel plans are absolutely insane, so we'll see what kind of crazy stories I have this time. Hopefully, nothing. Hopefully, it's a dead quiet trip, that everything runs normally. Yeah, that's a laugh with me. Someday I'll be able to tell you guys all the crazy stories I've had with traveling. This isn't the video for it. But I have some pretty insane. Every time I go somewhere, there's got to be something. So I'm kind of preparing myself for whatever insanity has to come. And this will be a scheduled video, so I'm not gonna. I may or may not be there when it does come out. So I'll just pick a time at some point. Like I'll pick a time tomorrow while I'm packing, and that's what time this video will come out at. So thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry this was like super long. I hope it was okay. And I know it's probably just me droning on and on, but that's just how it is. And I won't be able to do any live streams like this here. Oh shoot, I'm so tired. I'd be up early this morning. I won't be able to do any live streams, especially in this apartment, ever again. But in the other apartment, when I get back from my surgery, I might do some live streams once in a while. But it's not going to be like a regular thing with these longer videos. I just kind of want to do something little. That's really. Oh, I thought this was the blind was open the whole time because it's dark outside. It's nighttime right now. So anyway, my hair's starting to dry finally after my shower. So I guess I'll end this and yeah, watch some YouTube. Bye bye, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video, which will probably be my moving video, which doesn't matter because I moved back. Anyway.